Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to a busy week here at Rejoice Lutheran Church. So this week we begin Lent, and I know for a lot of people Lent can be a season that can be depressing, and then sometimes I think the church has framed it that way. But for me, this is a season that really is all about grace. It's a season where we can kind of look at the relationship that we want with God, and we can take some small steps towards developing that relationship that we want, integrating small practices in our lives that help deepen our relationship and our connection with God. So it's an opportunity to do some things that we may not have done before. You know, those things may be committing to prayer. They may be trying a discipline like fasting. But ultimately, Lent begins with a reminder that we are humans, that we are dust, and to dust we shall return. And so on Ash Wednesday, we come together and we are reminded of that. And we hear the story, we begin with the story, and David's response to the story of when he has let God down with Bathsheba. And so David in Psalm 51 is calling out to God, wanting to restore that relationship. He knows that he's not in the right place. And so he's calling out to God, create in me a clean heart, O God. Renew a right spirit within me. Don't cast me away from your presence. David wants to restore that which was there before. And I do think that that's one of the things that we come to, and that we come looking to either restore or to build on the relationship that we have with God. And then on Sunday, we'll hear about Jesus himself being tempted as he goes into the wilderness. And so Satan comes and tempts him with things that would tempt us as well. You know, tempting him with, okay, if you're the Son of God, you shouldn't be hungry. Well, if you're the Son of God, you should be able to do whatever you want to do. If you're the Son of God, you should be in charge of things. And I do think that one of the subtle temptations that's out there is that we're different than everybody else, that we're special, that we're somehow, that kind of leads us to beginning to believe we're entitled to certain things. And so I go back to that reminder that, hey, we are dust, and to dust we will return, that we're not special. You know, the only reason we're special is because God has shown grace to us. The only reason that we're special is because we stand in the light of God's forgiveness. And so we begin this journey together. So I invite you to join us this Wednesday at 7 o'clock. We gather together for our Ash Wednesday service. And then on Sunday, we gather both at 8:30 in the morning with our traditional service and at 11 o'clock with our celebration or our contemporary service. And then we're also going to be beginning between services at 9:45. A walking through of the book of Psalms. I think the Psalms is a great place to begin learning how to read Scripture. One, they're short. Two, I think no matter what your comfort level in Scripture is, there's something that you're going to get out of the Psalms. And so we're going to begin at the beginning. We're going to start with Psalm 1. We're going to move through probably the first 10 Psalms over the season of Lent. And so I'd invite you to come and join us as we come together, as we worship, as we study, and as we begin these practices in the season of Lent that help us draw closer in our relationship to God. So again, thank you for watching. I wish you a blessed Lent.